please join us back on stage. Karibu mama and pole pole sana. We are with you.
Yeah. These things, some things start early. When I was speaking here, I'm being reminded that I did not introduce the grandchildren. Raila had grandchildren. The ones who are here, we start with Safi. Safi.
I go to. Hello, everybody. Can I speak?
Yeah, it's English.
Oh, okay. I have a short speech, so
Okay.
I will say my short speech for everybody. Okay. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing good today. Thank you all for coming to have us mourn my grandfather. Today I stand before you not only as a Kenyan mourning the loss of a national icon, but a grandchild mourning the loss of our grandfather, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. While the world might remember him as the people's president, a political giant, a freedom fighter, I will always remember him as a man of quiet strength, fierce love, and unshakable purpose, my Babu, my hero. It is very hard to say goodbye to somebody, especially when you thought that person was immortal. I think of this situation as the ending of a great TV show. Like movie critics, we should focus not only on the ending, but what made the ending so impactful. The patient listener, a gentle teacher, the grandfather who never let the weight of the world stop him from showing up for all his family members, laughing with wisdom and with patience. When I was in school, I was part of a play. I wasn't the main character. I wasn't even a side character. I was a mere backup singer. I remember telling my grandfather how great I was, how happy I was to be in this play, and how I couldn't bear being in it. And I remember telling him. And I remember the morning of they were getting ready, they marked it for a chopper. My grandfather had managed to make it to my event. This is to show the type of person he was. No matter how big or small the achievement, he would always make sure to be there and make it known how proud of you he was. He had a way of making you feel like you were the most important person in the room. As I stand here looking at your casket, I'm not afraid to admit that my next achievement will be 10 times heavier, knowing that one of my biggest cheerleaders is no more. So today, as we bid him farewell, we are not just burying a man, we are burying a legend. And I want to say this especially to my Kenyan people. We are the legacy. If you ever doubted your voice, doubted that you mattered, remember him. If you ever felt too small to make a difference, remember him. Remember, he was not born a legend. He became one by showing up, by speaking up and refusing to sit down and be silent when it was easier. I used my time to keep this legacy alive and remind the nation that not only was there so much greatness in him, but there's as much greatness in you as well. To quote him, you can only live once, but if you live it right, once is enough. Joey! 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 Thank you. Oh, sorry, I'm Safi. And I go to school in the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. I now use this opportunity to introduce my other cousins. Come on.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sanaya Odinga. I stand here before you not just as a young Kenyan, but as a proud granddaughter of the now late Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. To the world, he's a statesman, a leader, a freedom fighter, a symbol of Kenya's struggles for democracy and justice. But to me, he's always been more than the headlines, crowns, or politics. To me, he's my grandfather, a warm, wise. He was always warm, wise, and always full of stories, laughter, and love. Some of my earliest memories of my grandpa are sitting beside his side, listening to all the stories he told me about our country, about where we've come from, and about why he chose to fight, and about Kenya. And I really miss him, and I still can't believe this is happening. Rest in peace, Baba.
There's also Alai Raila Odinga, who unfortunately is not here with us. But as soon as he arrives, he will be able to speak for himself. Now we have Safi and Senai. These are children of Rosemary. Alai is a son of my late son, Fidel Castro Odinga. He's the one who is not here with us today. But yeah, it's live. Then we have Lion Amolo Odinga and Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. The two boys are the sons of Junior. Thank you very much. May God bless you. Now you know who the Odingas are. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you. Okay. Sorry, good girls.
Thank you, Mama. Now we can see that even though Baba has gone, there are many people who have taken after Baba in that family. Because Baba held our hands, Mama, we will also hold your hand. And we will hold the hands of Winnie, we will hold the hands of Rosemary, and we will hold the hands of Junior. I would like to request the members of the National Assembly who are here to be upstanding. Rene Mayaka, you will help me from where you are. If I forget anybody, I've declared you my assistant. And if I call you, you sit down so that if I don't call you, I will know who I've not called. And if I don't call you, please, I don't have anything against you. Even though at heart I'm Gen Z, there's a disease that has caught up with me of late. It's called menopause. So we are led by Honorable Moses Wetangula as a speaker. He is not standing. And I would want to acknowledge the area member of parliament, Honorable Gideon Ochanda. I want to acknowledge the woman representative of this area, Honorable Dr. Christine Ombaka. The rest I'll call you very quickly, but I know Kimani and Junet will have a chance, the parliamentary leadership, but I'll just acknowledge you. Honorable Kimani Ichungwa, Honorable Junet Mohammed, Honorable Owen Baya, and Honorable Mark Mwenje. Those are in the leadership. I wish to acknowledge Honorable Peter Kaluma, Honorable Rashid Bedzimba, Honorable Rachel Ameso, former Member of Parliament but also PSC Commissioner, Honorable Martin Owino Wood Chief, Honorable Farah Maalim, Honorable George Aladwa, Honorable Adipo Kwame, the tallest man in Parliament, Honorable Mugabe Innocent, Honorable Otiende Amolo Daktari, and I want to thank you so much for the work you have done in the committee. Honorable Tom Odege, Honorable TJ Kajwang, Honorable Nabi Nabwera, Honorable Elisha Odhiambo, Honorable Gertrude Mbeyu, Honorable Felix Jalango, aka Jalas, Honorable John Ariko, Honorable Fatuma Mohammed Full Network, Honorable Rosa Buyu Dwasi, Honorable Eve Akinyo Bara, Honorable Beatrice Elachi, Honorable Esther Pasaris, Honorable Irene Mayaka, Honorable Babu Owino, Honorable Naika Johnson, Honorable Oku Kaunya, Honorable Samuel Atandi, Chair of Budget, Honorable Shakil Shabir, Honorable Oyula, Honorable Mark Nyabita, Honorable Aduma Uwar, Honorable Joshua Ngeno, Honorable Tindi Mwale, Honorable Buddy Twalib, Honorable Dr. Lillian Gogo, Honorable Jared Okello, Honorable Koyo Uwara, Honorable Mishi Mboko, who is also a PSC Commissioner, Honorable Paul Abuor, myself, Emilio Diambo, of course, Honorable Chonga, Honorable Raphael Wanjala, Honorable Dixon Maungu, Honorable Dr. James Nyikal, who is also the chairman of Dual, Honorable Oscar Nabulindo, Honorable Peter Masara, Honorable Jen Kagiri, Honorable Mark Mwenje, Honorable Manduku, Honorable Rehab Mukami, Honorable Doris Donya, Honorable Lillian Sioi, Honorable Sabina Chege, Honorable Irene Njoki, Honorable Geoffrey Odanga, Honorable Caleb Amisi, Honorable Naisula Lesuda, Honorable Joyce Bensuda Osogo, Honorable Wilberforce Oundo, Honorable Carido Daniel, Honorable David Ochieng, Honorable Joyce Kamene, Honorable Amina Mohammed, Honorable Fatuma Masito, Honorable Zamza Mohammed, Honorable Beatrice Adagala, Honorable Elsie Muhanda, Honorable Hussein Weitan, Honorable Umi Harun, Honorable Mogaka Stephen, Honorable Nzambia, Honorable Mawade, Honorable Stephen Mule, Honorable Caroline Geleche, Honorable George Kariuki, Honorable Jale Rokelo, Honorable Steve Mogaka, Honorable Cynthia Muge, Honorable Dalian Karido, Honorable Alpha Ondieki Miruka, Honorable Ikawa Fred, Honorable Clemens Lawyer, Honorable Karoli Omondi, Honorable Mpuri Aburi. I think I mentioned Shakil Shabir. Who have I left out? I can't see you, so Irene, please help me. Maybe as Honorable Joshua Oron. I can't see. Honorable Sudi, Oscar Sudi. Honorable Mwalimu Orero. Umi Harun. Honorable Catherine Omanyo. Honorable Fatuma Jeho. Honorable Amina Mnyazi. Honorable Kombe. Honorable Machele. Anybody remaining? I think I am done with the National Assembly and Your Excellency the day. Oh, Honorable Boko Milema, you are hidden there. That's why I can't see you. Thank you. And Deputy President, I just want to say that I talked to Baba on Monday evening when he was with Adiambo, and I want to confirm that what he said the same thing to me, that we need to be united as a party. And he told me in Kijaluo, Odwa, and Ot Achia. And then Baba also told me, jokingly, Baba also told me jokingly, because when I asked him, Baba, how are you? He told me, Amilo, I am fine. In fact, in the morning, I walked all around. I am even surprised there are people who have killed me in Kenya and have already buried me. I want to tell you, as Jokanyanam, that for those who killed Baba and buried Baba before his time, because we are Christians, we forgive you. But we will never forget. But we also want to tell you, that for those who stood with Baba, we shall never forget. And I want to tell you, and I want to thank you, Your Excellency, President William Samoei Ruto, that you do not understand. I know some of us look strong. I was in State House the morning you broke the news, and amongst the Luo, in the political class that day, I was the only ODM person. Jothurwa ana winjoga kajiwacho ni piny no chama. I didn't understand what piny no chama meant until the president broke the news as we sat around a table, and he said, I have bad news. I think it was 7 in the morning. And he said, even before he said I knew, I don't know how I knew. And Mr. President, Your Excellency, the longest journey I have walked, if you don't know, was from your office to where I left my car. I almost collapsed twice. I am strong, but the death of Baba is the hardest thing that those of us from Luo Nyanza and in Kenya, those who believe in his ways, have had to deal with. And when you sent us, you removed the women, and I thank you for your sensitivity. And you told us to go and stand with Mama Ida. I thank you for that sensitivity, for remembering Mama. As a woman, I know what it is. We shall never forget. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And God bless you. Let me take this opportunity to invite Ledama Olekina to welcome the Senate. And as he is coming, Jokanyanam, Donguyena mundagone baboriti. Donguyena mundagone baboriti. Donguyena mundagone baboriti. Agone baboriti. Aguambo. Baba. Wod Mary. Piny dung buru kionge Baba.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, President Olusegun Obasanjo, the Speakers of the National Assembly and the Senate, all mourners here, the ODM fraternity, good afternoon. I stand here today, before I introduce my colleagues in the Senate, I just want to say that I've been shaking ever since I had the news that Baba is no more. Baba taught me a lot. There's a lot that he shared with me, occasionally when we had private lunches, when we traveled together. And I remember, because this is very personal to me, that on the day that we lost our election at Bomas of Kenya. And I was admitted at the hospital after having been hit. Baba called me and told me one thing. He said to me, "My son, what is important is the unity of this country. Your health is more important. Our victory has just been delayed, but it is inevitable. It is coming." Today, I want to speak to all of us here that Baba spoke for us for generations. He spoke for us for decades. Baba is no longer there to speak for us. It is now us, it is upon us to be able to speak for ourselves, to make sure that we do what is right for Baba. Before Baba went, he showed us the way. He brought us to the broad-based government. And I want to tell you, that is where we are. And Mr. President, I want to assure you that, you know, we always say that Baba is right. Baba was right when he was alive, and Baba is still right when he's lying and when he's in heaven. Baba will always tell us, go right, and would not question. And I want to assure you, Mr. President, for what you've done for us, we shall remain united to be able to go the way Baba wanted us to go, to remain in the broad-based government. There are challenges ahead, but we are determined. Let me take this opportunity to introduce my colleagues in the Senate. I'd like to request all my colleagues in the Senate to please stand up. I'll start by introducing, but I know they will have time to be able to speak. But we're led by two very eloquent and able leaders. The majority leader, Aaron Cheriot. We have the minority leader, Mazayo, Stuart Mazayo from Kilifi. And then my deputy, Edwin Sifuna. Who is also the Secretary General for the ODM party. The distinguished senator from Vihiga, who is also the chair of CIPIC, Geoffrey Osoti. Then I have a man who's never gone to law school but is a lawyer. The senator from Busia, Okiyo Mtata. My dear sister, Senator Hamida, who's always been right where Baba is, nominated senator. And then we have the women's president, Beth Siango, nominated senator from ODM. Then we have senior counsel, who is also a member of the Parliamentary Service Commission, and senator from Nyamira, his name is running away from my head, Okongo Omogeni. And then we have a young man who I love and respect, who has always been very, very close to Baba, Senator Eddie Okech. Thank you for what you did for Baba. We have Baba's daughter from the north, Senator Hezena Lemalatia. Then we have my brother, Senator from Homa Bay, a man I love so much, and a man who loved Baba so much. Senator Moses Kajwang, who is also the chair of PAC. Then we have Bunge FM. Her name is Senator Miraj from Mombasa. We also have a former governor of Uasin Gishu County, Senator Governor Mandago. We have, the next is Senator Catherine Muma, who is also a member of the Speaker's panel. We have a distinguished senator from Homa Bay, and her name is Beatrice Ogola. And then we have a man who speaks Swahili, and a very good man from Embu, and his name is Senator Mundigi. We have, next to Senator Mundigi, we have VIP. Baba was magnanimous. The only virtually impaired senator we have in Kenya, who is a lady of our own standard. Her name is Senator Crystal Asige. Next to Crystal Asige, we have a senator from Nairobi, and her name is Senator Montet. And then next to her is, this is Betty Montet. And then next to her is my dear sister from Nairobi, and I'm sure you know her very well. I'm forgetting her name again. I'm just joking, man. Come on. How can I forget Karen Nyamu? Next to Karen Nyamu, we have Senator from Taita Taveta, who is Senator Mwaruma. Next to Senator Mwaruma is we have Senator from Machakos County, Senator Agnes Mudama. Then next to Agnes Mudama, we have the Deputy Minority Leader of the Senate, Senator Wambua from Kitui County. Then on my left, I have Senator from Kisumu County, Tom Ojenda. And then on the far right there, we have Senator from Kisii County, Senator Onyonka. And then finally, we also have a senator from Bungoma County. I'm trying to remember his name. Senator Okoli. And then finally is a senator from Siaya County, the youth leader, Oburu Odinga. Deputy President, this is a message for all of us here in Kenya. I know a lot of people are expecting that the ODM will fight, that the ODM will have different facets. I want to assure Kenyans that as long as God gives us time on this earth, we will follow Baba's footsteps. Baba said, we stay together, and that is the last message that he left for us. And I do hope that we can all come together to be able to ensure that we'll fulfill the dreams and aspirations of our hero. Baba, I will miss you. The Maasai nation will miss you. You stood firm with us when we are fighting for our land rights. We will never forget that. When you go and you meet Olenti Mama, please say hello to him. When you meet all those Maasai leaders, Ole Sankale, Ole Tip, including even Saitoti, please say hello to them and tell them that the current generation will keep the fire that you left burning, continuing burning. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
I now want to invite the chair of
the larger Jaramogi family fellow mourners, allow me to bring my condolences on my own behalf, on behalf of my family, my husband George, who is here, and on behalf of the great people of Homa Bay, for the loss of our father, the loss of our leader, the loss of Baba. We celebrate the life of a patriot. Owada Kinyi. And allow me, on behalf of the party, to thank you, Min Pin. Receive gratitude from a grateful party for taking care of Baba all these years, the 50+ years. If you are a woman or person here, Baba would have come back sometimes and found you not there. You stood firm beside him. And for that, we say, thank you very much. Over the last 20 years, Baba built a national, vibrant, and dynamic party, the largest party south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo, the ODM party, which has its members from Vanga in Kwale to Todonyang in Turkana, from Wajir up north to Nyatike Wotorumo and Mageta Island here in Siaya. To the over 7 million members of the ODM party, who and some of whom are not here, but are mourning across the country, we say pole. But we say we remain focused and Baba's spirit lives on. The over 1.3 million ODM party officials, from polling stations to branches to counties, najua mko hapa, nataka kuwaona kwa mkono, our grassroots officials of the ODM party, mahali popote ambayo mko, nikisema ODM mnipe tuko tayari. ODM! ODM! Our message is simple, because Baba was our true north. And today, we may not find him to consult him, but we must ask ourselves, in any situation, what would Baba do? Faced with the decision of unity of the country or division, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of hate or love, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of exclusion or inclusion, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of hope or despair, what would Baba do? Faced with a decision of whether tukue watu wa Man U ama Arsenal, Baba atachagua gani? Lazima tujiulize, what would Baba do? Your Excellency, our President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, allow me to thank you on behalf of the party for the honor and dignity that you have granted to our father, our patriot, as he lies here as an elaborate state burial, which you have overseen personally. We thank you, and we do not take it for granted any bit. Deputy President Kithure Kindiki, to lead it. Thank you, Professor. Our brother, Dr. Ray, thank you for all the running around that you have done during this process. Your Excellency, we only ask you for one more honor. Ile stadium yetu ambayo inakuja kubwa sana, 60,000 capacity, tunaita kwa kizungu magnificent. Tunaomba kama chama, hiyo ikuwe na jina Raila Odinga Talanta Stadium, Nairobi. Alafu, since wewe pia ni mtu ya Arsenal, next year, ukiimaliza, Baba alikuwa Arsenali, wewe pia ni Arsenali. Ulete Arsenal hapo, wacheze na Harambee Stars, the Raila Odinga Memorial Cup next year. Na watu wa Man U wajipange siku hiyo, watafute shughuli nyingine. Your Excellency, finally, we said always that this our father When he says left, we go left. When he says right, we go right. When he says fire, we fire. The last instruction he left us with, and with a very clear mind. And I remember him speaking at the burial of the late Dr. Phoebe Asio, and he said he made a clear decision to work with you for the stability and unity of the nation inside the broad-based government. That is the last standing instruction that Baba gave us. And as a people and as a party, that is where we will stand. Jothurwa, Jothurwa, Baba no wen wawach ka, no wen wawach, ni wane isirikal mar broadbased ni. Moka oya wuotwa, tindo rito pesa, tindo rito mach, tindo rito bunde. Kanye ma Baba no wewa, kanye ma Gwambo no wewa, Jothurwa. Kanye mwabete koso wakelo machanganyiko. 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 Joma bet kanye fuana urubadwe yamo. Mano tik. Mano secado. Your Excellency, I have a small responsibility. Asileta nini? Sasa DJ asileta nini? Bas. Your Excellency, I have a small responsibility to invite certain members, just a few, of our ODM party, to also get an opportunity to say very brief tributes to Baba. We have, the care is not a invite our care, or is a bit far. So as the care comes, because it will take a bit of time, I want to invite somebody to invoke the spirits. And since Ajiki, Winnie already invited Nyabungu to invoke the spirits, I want to invite Owaka as he comes. Please invoke the spirits of Ramogi so that they can come down.
Joey! Joey! Hola! Hola, 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 hola. Joey! Joey! Raila ina tuture, winyo mangongo, Agwambo ina tuture, winyo mangongo, winyo majayo akugwen. Raila ina tuture, winyo mangongo, Raila ina tutuni, winyo mangongo, winyo majayo akugwen. Joey! Joey! Luo! Wachuk luo! Luo nigi mare! Siminya ima, min yuru tegi nura ukara chuanyore! Olibe namdirio, kanyam kudu wudu marino dukuru mena! Migori usuna, kamanura degi wude! Hallelujah! Luo nurit, pinyingima! Joey! 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 Thank you.
His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. Samuel Ruto, Mama Ida, gi nyithinde duto, gi familia majo ka Jaramogi. Akelo nu mos mamara mondo ukaw kuyo mamara kako dungiranda musiep Raila. Jokanyana muntie. Jokanyana muntie. Joluo untie. Adwa wuoyo kodu matin ahinya. Adwa wuoyo kuomu kod ng'ama ng'eyo. Raila wunya lego musiebna. Akwa umondo uchiki tu jokanyana. Joluo utie. Satana zindwe. Satana zindwe. Akwa Uganda luo. Akwa Uganda luo. Nikech wan gi welo. Welo mwakunde duto. Mondo uyuak Raila gi kwe. Mondo welo biwa gi kwe. Kapok adhi nyime, to akwayo jodongo moa kamoro amora ma jaduong'. Ng'ama iluongo ni jaduong'. Miluongo ni elda mondo amalo ting' bade. Jaduong' yoyote kama entie. Jodongo moa Mombasa. Jodongo moa Nakuru. Jodongo moa Kitale. Jaduong' moa kamoro amora. Jokanyana mutie. Adwa wacho Raila ni manyani to anan kamiti. Chieng' moro higa 87 ng'ato biro e jela to donjo kuma ji ok donjie, kuma ok dware ji, to ting'o nambane ni ber odok. Bang' juma achiel ochako duogo kendo ochako dok. Chieng' mar adek koduogo to okona niya, nawe luor ka dhako, gimokele ka gimalich ahinya ni bunde gi pesa ma Raila nomiye, to ne wan ji 4 kende. Ne wan go kucha 2 gi jabalo achiel. Na malo minago ni ng'ani ubi ni jogo senego Raila ibilo. Gibiro nega dibilo koni. Uwinjo wachno. Aneno mang'eny e sirikal marach mane nego ji. Achiegni gi weyou, tadwa wachonu n'oganda mondo oriwre. Raila njoriwa wate. Akwa joluo, nyithi luo miluongo ni Gen Z. Riwre uru, kik upogru, mondo kochopo higa 27 to wago kura maber. Yanda wacho ne president ni mondo ng'e joluo gi wenge 2, to kong'iyowa gi wenge 2, wabiro ng'iye gi wenge 3. Warito kode higni mabiro goeko mondo wane kaka wuod lang'o tiyo kodwa. To akwayou kama Raila owewa, Raila owewa broad base government. Joluo bedu kanyo. Joluo bedu kanyo. Tinde wao mach. Awacho duka we unia. Nyocha an ga ogudu mar wakoni. Joluo makonge mayando kelo na. To joluo gi openja. To bwana ker. Ona ng'wen. To konu time ng'o gi mon. Uwinjo wachni. Mon nyuol. Akwayo ni kawuono kuwaka. Ducha Raila ke. Pero kamano mama.
Koro kigoko kainya nikech chako Raila ok tich mayot. At this juncture, allow me to ask all MCAs.
Kenya, Your Excellency, the former President Kenya, Your Excellency, the former President of the Republic of Kenya, President Olusegun Obasanjo, the family of Right Honorable Raila Odinga, Dr. Buru, Mom and the children, all the Dr. Buru, Mom and the children, all the distinguished guests. I am chair of the caucus of Luo MPs. And I want, first of all, thank the family of the departed Raila Amolo Odinga for supporting him while he gave his life totally to the people of Kenya, and particularly to us politicians. I also want to thank the President of Kenya, Dr. Samoei Ruto, for the befitting send-off and the care he took of our departed leader. I also want to thank him for the cooperation Raila Odinga that, in my view and everybody's view, has stabilized this country. We, as a caucus, will work within the ideals of our party, ODM. That is the party of Raila, whose ideals are a united one Kenya, respect for democracy, respect for justice and human rights, and above all, service to the people. Raila believed the only purpose of power is to improve the welfare of people and give them the services they deserve. To that extent, he hated corruption. And those are the ideals of the party he has left us, and those are the ideals we shall live with. The last consultation we have with him as a caucus, he told us, as you work with the government, which is the broad-based government, make sure Kenyans get services that they deserve. Going forward, I will advise you. But now he's gone. We will live by the ideals of ODM as led by the acting party leader, his brother, Oburu Odinga. ODM, Juthurwa, Raila no wacho ni mane party wa, mbaka mwago kod mugi ke duol. No wacho ni kako ganda nyaku riwruok emimiyo en wan gi teko, wacho ni kata teko ne wuok e riwruok wa, nyaku bed gi moradi achiel. Mar ariyo, ODM e party wa makwa we ODM kamora mora mo wantie to walal. ODM. Juthuro party wa enango. ODM. And that's where we are. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nyikal. At this juncture, I'd like to ask our National Executive Committee to please rise wherever you are. The National Executive Committee of the party, tafadhali tusimame for recognition. Asanteni sana. Thank you so much, the National Executive Committee. I want to specifically recognize our Executive Director, Odoro Ngwen, and our Finance Director, Joshua Kawino. All the other NEC members except Central Committee members, mbaki mkisimama, mkae. All others, please sit. Central Committee members, please remain standing. Central Committee members of the party. Together with our Vice Chairpersons, I just want to recognize you. Our Vice Chairperson, Dr. Otiende Amolo, our Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, who's also in the Central Committee of the party, our Deputy Party Leader, Abdul Samad. The Deputy Party Leaders, I'll pass you, and the SG, because you'll come and speak, just sit. Our Whip, who is Honorable Millie Mabona, Honorable Rosa Buyu, who's the Director of Political Affairs, our President for the Women, Beth Siengo, our Vice Chair, Honorable Ariko from Turkana, our Youth President Ketora, our Vice Chair Senator Mwaruma from Taita Taveta, the party's Treasurer Timothy Bosire, and no, the next members just be Vice Chair Christine Lemein. Amevaki Masai. Oh no, something is covering her. Christine Lemein, our Vice Chair from Narok. Asante sana. Please just be seated. I would now like to invite our Secretary General of the party, Senator Sifuna, to come and make his remarks.
Asante sana kwa familia ya baba yetu, rafiki yetu, kiongozi wetu, rafiki yetu ambaye ametulea sisi vijana katika siasa, wakiongozwa na Mama Aida, ndugu yangu Raila Junior, na dada zangu wawili Winnie na Rosemary. Mheshimiwa Rais na viongozi wote ambao wamefika hapa, na wasalimu kwa jina la Yesu. Hamjambo? Hamjambo tena? Hebu nipungie mkono kama unaniona, hata wa kanisa. Asante. Asante. Mimi ndio Sifuna, katibu mkuu wa chama cha ODM, seneta wa Nairobi na naibu kiranja wa walio wachache pale kwenye Senate. Zaidi ya yote, mimi ni kijana wa baba. Waheshimiwa wote ambao wamefika hapa leo, I have been extremely privileged. It is the privilege of my life to have met Baba, to have studied under his feet, to have learned all that I have learned from him, and finally to serve him as his Secretary General for the last 8 years. I will eternally be grateful to you, Jacob, for the opportunity that you gave me. I have never had opportunity to ask why you picked me, Baba. Tumekuwa na wewe katika sherehe kama hizi nyingi sana, na wakati moja tulikuwa tunaulizana, mimi nilikuwa najua nikifariki Baba atakuwa kwa mazishi yangu. Nilikuwa najiuliza, Baba, if you came to my burial, what would you say about Sifuna? Na nikajiuliza, what will I say on that dreadful day when we have to bury our Baba, our mentor, our leader? Words fail me. Na since Baba akuwe mgonjwa alipoenda nje kutafuta matibabu, asanteni, nimekuwa nikijiuliza, wherever Baba is, what is it that I can say or do that will actually make him proud? What are the things that we should do as a leadership of the party right now to make Baba smile from wherever he is? And in my view, this is not the time to push divisive narratives in ODM. This is not the time. You all know, nyinyi wote mnajua ya kwamba chama cha ODM ni chama cha kila mtu, si ndio? Chama cha Kenya nzima. Na lazima sisi kama viongozi wa chama tuonyeshe umoja ili hawa ndugu zetu ambao ni wanachama wafuate mfano wetu. Nataka niseme hapa mbele yako Baba, ya kwamba chama hiki ambacho umetuachia, mimi Sifuna sitakuwa baadhi ya wale ambao watachangia kuangusha chama cha Raila Amolo Odinga. Baba, because ODM is one of your biggest legacies, Your Excellency Baba, I as Sifuna will do everything in my power to keep this party united and together. Even in the face of open provocation, Baba, you know what I am talking about. You know why I'm saying that. So, mimi nataka niseme ya kwamba vile Reverend Wesonga ametuambia hapa, Baba alikuwa anasikiza wananchi. Baba alikuwa anasikiza wananchi. Na mimi nataka kuencourage wanachama wa ODM. Sisi viongozi sasa tunyamaze kidogo, tusikie nyinyi mnasema nini. Nyinyi mtuambie mnataka tufanye nini na chama cha Baba Raila Amolo Odinga. Namaliza nikisema Baba Raila Amolo Odinga alizungumza wazi mbele ya nchi nzima tarehe 22 mwezi uliopita mbele ya hawa wabunge katika hoteli ya Agile pale Nairobi. Baba aliongea kwa kinywa chake mwenyewe, na waomba viongozi msiingize maneno kwa mdomo ya mtu ambaye amelala. Alisema yeye mwenyewe, akasema kama chama lazima tujiandae kwa ajili ya uchaguzi wa mwaka 2027. Na wale ambao wanaeneza mambo mengine hapa, baba alisema who has told you? Who has told you? Who has told you? Kwa hivyo sisi tutafuata the last standing instruction ya baba ambaye alitoa chini ya siku 23 ambazo zimepita kabla afariki. Kwa hayo mengi ni jukumu langu pia kama katibu mkuu wa chama. Mheshimiwa Rais, ilinivunja moyo sana kwamba baba alitoka Nairobi bila kusikia sauti za watu wa Nairobi wakisema tuko tayari. Sasa ni jukumu la hawa ambao wamefika hapa leo. Nataka mseme chant ya chama cha ODM mpaka baba ajue anazikwa na wanachama wa ODM. Nikisema ODM tunasema tuko tayari. Muko tayari? Muko tayari? ODM! 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 Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki.
Thank you so much, our SG. Our party leader, when we were saying members of the Central Committee, you did not rise, but I want to recognize you. Our party leader, who's the chair of the Central Committee, Dr. Oburu Oginga, the chairman of the Central Committee. Wamama wa chama cha ODM hebu muamke, because baba alikuwa mtetezi wetu. Baba could fight for us even personally. Please just, please wave tafadhali. Asante sana. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Now, allow me to invite to speak to us the governor of Migori County, Governor Ochilo Mbogo Ayako.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Your Excellency, Madam Ada Betty Odinga, all the dignitaries present and all the protocols observed. Nyasaye ber, seche duto. I want to take this opportunity to bring the condolence of the great people of Migori, the condolence of my family, and the condolences of all the living things from Migori County. I want to say that we are so sorry. We have lost our leader, we have lost our mentor, we have lost our alter ego. But I also want to say one thing because I'm cognizant of the time. Not many people are aware of the fact that His Excellency the President Ruto, was a founder member of ODM. Allow me to remind all of us who are here today that in 2005, when there was a movement to bring the new constitution to this nation, that movement was headed by Baba, and in that movement, the current President of the Republic of Kenya, President Ruto, was in that movement. The former President of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, was in that movement. Professor Nyong'o was in that movement. Na hata mimi Ochilo Ayako, I was in that movement. I am saying so in remembrance of Baba, because Baba knew how to put teams together. Baba brought everybody as a team and ensured that he was focused that Kenyans were to have a new constitution. And mimi nikiwa mtu wake wa mkono wakati huo, I was a minister and a young one, a one that was very fearful. So I went to Baba and asked him, you are a minister in this new administration. I am the youngest minister in this new administration. And you have said we should take a stand for the people of Kenya. I am saying so to confirm that Baba never betrayed the people of Kenya when the interest of the people of Kenya was ahead of everybody. Baba sacrificed everything he wanted. So I want to say tukumbuke Baba, tumkumbuke kwa ile msimamo alichukua, na sisi zote tuendelee hivyo. Asanteni sana na Mungu atubariki.
Thank you so much.
Jothurwa umor. Okang'eno umor nikech waiko wuoda malich ahinya, ok onyal bedo joma mor. ODM! 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 Atimo mos ni piny mangima. Kwa biro kaka wuono, niwago riti, jatendwa mageno, mosegero piny Kenya ga Afrika mangima. Kawanka in front of our father, Dr. Basanjo from Nigeria. Mwasetiyogo kinde mang'eny, ODM, Karaila and myself, we have visited him at his farm, and he gave us strong support in the struggle for the second liberation. Secondly, I want to say today, I have known Baba for a long time. He is my Rika. When there was, in 2005, a very important decision to be made in this nation between the Kilifi draft constitution and the Bomas draft constitution. The Kilifi draft basically denied Kenyans the opportunity to have devolution and wanted Kenya to continue as highly centralized nation, the type that Mzee Jomo Kenyatta handed over to Moi. Moi continued with it. By the time that referendum was held, the nation was ready for change. And Baba led the orange color. There were two colors, or two symbols for that referendum: bananas and oranges. Bananas were the defenders of the old constitution and the centralized government. Orange was for change and for devolution. That is the origin of the Orange Democratic Movement. Orange Democratic Movement cannot continue as a party without strong support of devolution and giving services to the grassroots of our nation. And therefore today we sit here mourning and said goodbye to the father of ODM, to the father of making sure that every government that comes after that referendum will continue to focus on service to the people, will continue to hold the common man as the common man and woman at the center of government and government policies. On Monday, the 3rd of October, Dennis Onyango called me on Sunday and told me that you need to go and see Baba on tomorrow, the 3rd of October. I left Kisumu in the evening of Sunday to make sure that I was at Jacom's house very early in the morning. We spent a whole morning together. And he said, Owadgi Mary, he used to call me Owadgi Mary, the brother of Mary. And I would call him Iwonya Lego. Owadgi Mary, adwani time gimoroka. Ka ukinde ni, monindiki e pepa moro. Manyalo deal with this issue of tribalism. The word tribe came from the colonialists. As far as Kenyans are concerned, we knew people as Jo, Jo Luo, Jo Kikuyu, Jakamba, the people of. And therefore the word tribe is a retrogressive word and concept. Do a paper on the issue of nationalities and the state, the modern state, so that the Central Committee of the party can discuss it and put it before the party as the understanding of the people of the party on tribalism and the death of tribalism and the birth of nationalities are the only progressive concept in democratic times. ODM! ODM! Asanteni sana.
Asante sana, Professor. We now are getting towards the end of this session, and I've gotten to our deputy party leaders. Before I invite the first, let me recognize Honorable Walter Owino, MP Awendo, who is also here with us. Let me now invite Senator Godfrey Osotsi, Senator of Vihiga, and deputy party leader of the ODM party.
Familia ya baba kiongozwa na mama Aida, His Excellency the President, the Deputy President, and all protocol observed. Mimi yangu ni fupi. Kwanza tupokee salamu ya baba. Salamu ya baba kwa hewa. Ya kwanza, tarehe 2 mwezi huu itabaki kama siku muhimu sana, kwa sababu baba Raila Amolo Odinga alikaa pale hoteli ya Serena the whole of afternoon mpaka late in the evening, na alikuwa na summon watu, anawaita na waongelesha. Mimi am lucky, I was one of the people. Nikiwa kule Senate, baba akaniita, nikakaa na yeye pale Serena, na hiyo siku baba was in high spirit na alifungua roho mambo yake. Baada ya hiyo, nikishaenda nyumbani 1 hour later, nikaambiwa kwamba unaitwa urudi pale Serena. Nikapata pale Serena Mheshimiwa Gladys Wanga, Mheshimiwa Junet Mohamed, Mheshimiwa Rosa Buyu na Mheshimiwa Odoro Ngwen kwa mkutano na baba. Na hiyo baba akauliza swali kwamba hii mkutano ambao tulikuwa tunapanga kubwa ODM at 20, akasema kwa
ahead of us without me betraying you. I was behind you. You are with me. You gave me positions of leadership when nobody imagined that I could lead. You made me the assistant minister in the office. You made me the longest serving chairman of your party when you were alive. You made me minority leader. You made me minister of that I was not going to be the governor for Homa Bay County. I still stood behind you because I know why you made that decision. Baba will not disappoint you. I will not betray you. The only place where we disagreed and you allowed it is that you are supporting Arsenal and I'm supporting Manchester United. Allow me to say the last word, my brother in Kijaluo. Joturwa, 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 Musa wakaiwa. Kane Nyasaye oneno ka jo Israel osethagore higni no miyo gi Musa. Musa nowuotho e bungu. Ji nondhogo Musa. Jo-Israel nomondhoge. But notero jo-Israel mogik e dho river Jordan. Kane oneno Kanaan loka cha. To kono jo-Israel ni Kanaan e cho. Piny mang'ich. Piny man gi mor kich. Piny mantie chak. But ok nachop kodu. Abro weyo nu ji e toka ka. Joma biro tero u Kanaan. Abro weyo nu Joshua. Abro weyo nu Harun. Jogi biro kawo u. Bro chopo kod u Kanaan. Budho ma wantiere ni. Raila osedhi. Awa Musa osedhi. Ang'eyo ni Joshua ni ka. Harun ni ka. Kisomo Deuteronomy chapter 34 verse 8. Kisomo Numbers chapter 20 verse 29. Jo-Israel kane Musa tho, Harun botho, negi kwayo 30 days. Magi yuago go jogi. Wakwayo 30 days kako ganda. Mono wamon Raila. Bang 30 days. Wabiro miyo direction. Kamo ganda luo dhiye. My last word. My last word. My last word. As a community, Your Excellency, and I want to tell you this, don't be shaken. As a community, there is something we believe in, that a leader, before he dies, a leader knows his death, but he doesn't talk about his death. He will show his people, before he dies, what he wants to be done. He will show his people where to take everything that he has. Raila showed us. Raila showed us before he died that he wanted us to be in government. As a community, as a party, we will be in broad-based government. We will support broad-based government. We will work with you. Mara ayud thuolo mamoko, aywago osiepna. Lakini, wawegi kanyo. Wawegi kanyo. I want to leave you with one verse. That is Luke chapter 9, verse 49. When Joanna came to Jesus and told Jesus that Ruth, waneno jomoko, ka riembo jochiende, to giluongo nyingi, to wakwerogi, nikech ok gin achiel kuomwa. To Yesu nokone, ni uneno, utimo marach. Ng'ata ma ok omon kodwa, en ng'atwa. Ng'ama ok mon kodwa, en ng'atwa, en ogandawa. Nyasaye matelu, osiepna nin maber, osiepna nin gi kwe.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Mamangu Mama Aida, and the Odinga family. Your Excellency, let me confess let me confess that kwa muda mrefu, I have never been in a situation where I have struggled to think of what I'm going to say about someone. And I will not be, Your Excellency, nimeona kama kuna ka contest of some sort. Who was called last? Who spoke about what? Who was assured what? Who was informed of the unknown? But for me, Your Excellency, I want to take this opportunity. Number one, to pray for Raila Amolo Odinga. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Your Excellency, I was a very young man. I was a very young man from Kisauni, where nobody knew me or had an idea of who I am. When I developed the ambition of wanting to become a leader. Your Excellency, there's a guy called John Maya Ndiwo. He was living in Mombasa, nikamwendea nipeleke kwa Raila. Babangu hajakuwa kwa siasa, mamangu hajakuwa kwa siasa, shangazi yangu hajakuwa kwa siasa, Hassan Joho hajulikani na mtu yoyote. I walked to see Raila na akanibeba mkono. Nikawa mbunge, nikawa governor, na sasa mimi ni waziri. Na mimi, Your Excellency, nataka tuchukue fursa hii mimi mwenyewe kibinafsi. Nimwombee Mwenyezi Mungu Raila aende apumzike na kutana na wazee wetu mbele ya haki. Na lile la muhimu, Mbadi said here that he has never betrayed Raila. I want to tell Mbadi, you're not on your own. Mimi, I have never betrayed Raila. Akiwa hai, and I assure you, I will not betray his cause hata akienda mbele ya haki. I assure you. And some of us, mimi, siwezi kuwa mahali ambaye Raila kunipeleka. Tuelewane? Siwezi kuwa mahali ambaye Raila hakunipeleka. And I must say it today here, I was taken to government of William Ruto by Raila Amolo Odinga. And Your Excellency, that is where I belong, and that is where I shall stay. La mwisho, what you are ODM, many speakers have heard you, munasema, we want to assure you, chama haiendi mahali, chama isambaratiki, chama haiwezi vunjika. Mimi, the values of the party, the values and the principles of the party, zimewekwa katika roho yangu na baba Raila Amolo Odinga. And I want to tell you, whoever imagines that anaweza kuvunja chama cha ODM, yeye ndio tutamfukuza, my friend, na ahame, chama kitabaki. Tuelewane namna hiyo. Ukijaribu kugawanya chama, ukijaribu kuvunja chama, wewe ndio utafanya nini? Utahama. Atafanya nini? Atafanya nini? The party will be here to do what? To stay. Mwenyezi Mungu awalinde na wabariki. Asanteni sana.
Mheshimiwa mama yetu ambaye ni Mama Haida Odinga na familia yako, pokea pole zetu kama binafsi na familia yangu na pia kwa niaba ya Waturkana. Wewe ni mama yangu kisiasa na nitatamka hivi leo kwamba tuko hapa kutambua kwamba tutakaa na baba vile alivyokuwa hai ama atupo. Wakati nilianza siasa, it was early in my early 20s. Mama wa kwanza aliyeniintroduce kwa siasa juu aliona talenta niliyokuwa nayo ni mama Daktari Haida Odinga, akiwa mpatron wakati huo wa League of Women Voters. Hapo ndio aliona talenta niliyokuwa nayo. Baadaye hapo baba akanipata. Wacha nikwambie Mheshimiwa Rais, kuanzia 2002 wakati nilianza kupiga kura, sijawahi piga kura nje ya Raila Amolo Odinga. kwa yale majukumu baba amenipa katika uongozi wa chama na hata yale mengine amenipa nje ya chama. Sijawahi piga kinyume, nimedeliver sote. Wacha tu niseme kwa upana. Wakati baba aliniweka kwa mambo ya BBI, nilivote yote kati ya gavana aliyokuwa wakati huo alikuwa hataki, sisi tulikuwa tunataka, na kwa sababu nilipewa hiyo majukumu nilideliver hicho kitu almost 90%. Kwa mambo ya kura nimekuanga agent wa baba, na Turkana is very clear. Tuna voting zaidi ya 70% kwa baba. Kwa yale mengine baba alinipa ni kusimamia kura ya ODM kama commissioner. Hiyo yote nilifanya wakati huo. Na ya mwisho ni wakati aliniambia nimchaguliwe running mate wake katika Azimio. Nilideliver wish ambaye ilikuwa baina ile mbili alikuwa ameniweka. Nikiwa mama wa kike peke yake katika hiyo jukumu. Na hata wakati ya mawaziri, wakati alinipigia simu akaniambia anataka wewe ujumuike na watu fulani hapa huwe mawaziri, niliamua nikasema baba upendavyo ndio nitatenda. Na hata wakati nilikuwa waziri ambaye nimeingia kwenye mamlaka ya cabinet secretary kwa mara ya kwanza, wacha niseme leo wasi baba mwenyewe amekuwa akinishauri vile nitaelekeza na nitafanya mambo ya community integration. Kwa hivyo mimi nakwambia Mheshimiwa Rais, wakati ulikuwa unafanya campaign, hata wewe mwenyewe ukija Turkana ulikuwa unaniona vizuri na msimamo, na huo msimamo wakati wa mwisho baba siku moja ndio akaenda kwenye dunia hii ya pili, aliniambia nyinyi mkae serikalini kwa sababu hapo ndio nimewaachia. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Rais, wewe unajua tu tutawacha mambo yote, lakini yale baba alituacha hivyo hivyo. Na kwa wenye wanasema hao ni ODM tucheseni hapa Nyanza, lakini jueni ODM iko Kenya mzima. Na sisi tutafanya vile tumekuwa tukifanya. So ile ya Western na Luo mcheze tu, lakini kwetu kwingine tuko penye tumekuwa. Asante sana, tuko kazi.
Basi kwa sababu ya muda, all protocol observed, mimi vile mnajua, kwa wale wote ambayo wameongea hapa, mimi kwa miaka 3 iliyopita, mimi ndio nimekuwa karibu na baba kabisa. Aswa wakati alikuwa amepoteza kura, tulikuwa na yeye na tukaongea mambo mengi wakati tulikuwa na yeye, na kila saa tulikuwa na yeye na ule Kamau wa Raila, tukiona mpira, tukiongea mambo yetu binafsi na mambo ya siasa. Lakini wacha niseme hapa bila aibu yoyote, huyu baba hiyo vyote mimi nimepata, yeye ndiye amenipa. Nilipoingia bunge miaka karibu 5 iliyopita, nilipelekwa kwa bunge hii, tumekuwa na Raila Amolo Odinga, na Raila amenifunza mambo 3. Ya kwanza amesema, wewe ukitaka ufanye siasa nchi hii paka uwe na wananchi. Listen to what the people are saying. Ya pili, walikuwa wanafikiria Raila alikuwa a violent person. Raila was a very peaceful person. Alikuwa ananiambia, Oparanya, peace is very important to the country for the development of the country. Ya mwisho aliniambia, Bwana Oparanya, don't burn bridges. There are no permanent friends in politics. There are no permanent enemies in politics. And that's why I have decided to take you to the government under Mheshimiwa William Ruto. Na yeye amesema wakati nilikutana na yeye mwisho, alisema nilikuwa na senator wa Migori, na alisema sisi tutakaa kwa broad-based government na tuunge mkono Mheshimiwa William Ruto, na hapa ndio tutakuwa na tutaendelea kuwa hapo. Na wale ambao wamepewa nafasi ya kulinda chama mulinde chama, mtengeneze chama, chama kiwe na nguvu.
Thank you. Thank you, Waziri. Thank you,
chama
Waziri.
iko na nguvu, tuendelee mbele.
God bless you, Waziri.
Asante.
Thank you very much. Sasa wale viongozi wa bunge wamekubaliana kwa sababu ya muda hawataongea. Kuna leader of majority National Assembly, kuna pia leader of majority kwa Senate, kuna leader of minority kwa Senate na National Assembly, kwa heshima ya familia and the senior statesmen we have here and the church wamesema kwa niaba yao Junet Mohamed aseme jambo. Tukienda kufupisha tafadhali. The family has requested we shorten the program. Makofi kwa Junet Mohamed jameni. Junet kwa niaba ya leaders.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Deputy President. Mimi nitakuwa fupi kwa maneno. Mama Aida Odinga ambaye ni mama yangu na madada zangu na mandugu, His Excellency the President. Mimi leo ni ngumu sana roho yangu kutoa rambirambi kwa baba. Mimi baba alikuwa kwa mambo mingi kwangu. Mimi nilikutana na baba nikiwa na miaka 24, the year 2001. Miaka 23 na 4 ingine sijaona kiongozi ingine, sijaona chama ingine. Chama yangu ilikuwa baba na baba ndiye alikuwa baba yangu. Baba alinifanya meya ya Migori nikiwa na miaka 25. Aliniwekelea hapo. Akanifanya mbunge miaka mingi mpaka nikakuwa minority leader kupitia baba. Mimi nina huzuni sana kwa sababu wale wanajua vile mimi na baba tulikuwa karibu. Lakini yote tunasema tunawachia Mungu. Nimeona mitandao wanashapiga bimbo, wanasema sasa huyu ni political orphan, huyu amekwisha. Lakini nimeona hapa orphans wako wengi sana. Wale wameongea hapa yote wamelia. Sasa nitasanya hawa yote nikuwe chairman yao. Orphans ziko mingi hapa hata roho yangu ikarudi nilipoona orphans vile wamelia hapa. Mimi nilikuwa na uzuri peke yangu, nilisema nimekwisha. Kumbe tuko wengi. Tuko wengi hapa. Hiyo nimefurahi sana. Lakini mimi nataka kusema hivi jambo la mwisho. Baba alikuwa mtu ajabu sana. And for us, he was our leader, he was our father, and he was everything to us. Baba is the only leader who knew when to fight and when to lay arms down. Baba had fire on one hand and water on the other hand. I will miss his telephone calls. Baba alikuwa engineer ya siasa na alikuwa natunga siasa usiku, na nilikuwa napata simu yake saa 12 asubuhi. Nikiona simu yangu imelia saa 12, na sasa mimi kama fundi navaa abro niko kasi. Lakini saa 4 saa 3 hiyo ni salamu tu. Baba alikuwa mtu ajabu ambaye wa Kenya wamepoteza mtu ambaye hawatapata kama yeye. Sherehe ya mwisho tulikuwa naye na baba, tulikuwa na parliamentary group hapo Mombasa Road. Mimi niliwasanya wabunge wote kama kiongozi yao. Baba alituongelesha pale kwa dhati, and he was very clear that day. It's one of the strongest speech he has made for the time I've known him. Ameongea, amesema tutunze chama chetu cha ODM na tukae imara na tukae united. On the other hand, because we were supposed to do a resolution baada ya hiyo mkutano ya PG, wale wameona TV siku hiyo, mimi nimesema resolution ya hii mkutano refer to Baba's speech. Kama if you are in doubt of anything, refer to Baba's speech. Another thing he told us, lazima tukae katika serikali ya broad based. It's on record. Wale wanasikia wasikie, wale wako na macho waone. Ya mwisho, Baba loved peace. Unajua mara mingi Baba makes very serious, important, fundamental, monumental decisions for the country. Lakini saa nyingine is not popular. Sasa zingine watu wanalaumu wengine, unaona hii maneno Baba amefanya Yule Msomali kutoka Migori ndio anahusika naye. Na mimi hata sina habari. I'm just loyal, implementing what Baba has said kama fundi.
Thank you.
Lakini ikifika jioni Baba ananipigia simu anasema kijana yangu usiwe na wasiwasi. In every flock there must be a black sheep. Sasa wewe ndio black sheep ya ODM. Wewe beba tu mzigo tutasonga mbele pamoja.
Thank you.
So kwa hayo machache nataka kumalizia kwa kusema ya kwamba ODM party, we will hold it high, we will keep it strong. ODM in 2027, it will either form the government or it will be in a coalition that forms government. But it will not be in a coalition that has been abusing Baba when he was alive. Haitakuwa hapo. Unajua, saa hii wanasema sisi ni political offense ya Baba. Wale pia walikuwa wanatumia siasa yao ya kujijenga kwa kutusi Baba na kufanya Baba kama bogeyman. Hawa pia wamekwisha sasa. Sijui watatusi nani. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. Kuna wenzangu hapa Kimani Ichung'wah na Aaron Cheriot, Your Excellency. Hawa ndio wale wametengeneza ile report inaitwa NADCO. Wakati Baba alikuwa. Hawa walikuwa kwa komiti ya NADCO. Tumekubaliana kama viongozi wa bunge ya kwamba for the legacy of Baba, when we go back to parliament in a week's time, we will implement the NADCO report fully. Tumekubaliana hapa. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. Na Rais, asante sana kwa kuzika baba yangu kama president. Kama president.
Yes.
Hiyo tutadiscuss kwa Central Committee ya ODM, tutaleta report.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Junet. Speaker of the Senate, please come and condole. 2 minutes, Mr. Speaker, sir. We have run out of time. The family requests we finish this meeting in the next few minutes.
Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya aliyepia amri jeshi mkuu wa jeshi la Kenya, Mama Aida Odinga na familia yako, kwa niaba ya bunge la Senate, kwa niaba ya familia yangu na kwa niaba yangu binafsi, niko hapa kupeana rambirambi zetu za dhati kwa uchungu na moyo ulio mzito. Tunasema pole Mama Aida. Wingu la majonzi limetanda katika kijiji hiki, lakini nataka nikwambie Mama Aida kwamba wingu hili la majonzi halikutanda Bondo peke yake. Limetanda Nyanza mzima, limetanda Kenya mzima, limetanda Afrika mzima, na limetanda mapana na marefu ya ulimwengu mzima. Manake aliyelala pale alikuwa ni kiongozi aliyejulikana pande zote za ulimwengu. Mwaka huu umekuwa mwaka mzito sana kwangu mimi. Kabla mwaka huu nilikuwa na baba watatu. Baba wa kwanza alikuwa Mwenyezi Mungu, muumba mbingu na ardhi na viumbe viliomo. Baba wa pili akawa Mzee Kingi, na baba wa tatu ni babangu mlezi wa kisiasa ambaye amelala pale. Mwanzo wa mwaka huu nikapoteza babangu mzazi. Leo hii nazika baba mlezi wangu wa kisiasa. Nimebaki na baba Mungu peke yake. Lakini kitu ambacho kinanipatia motisha ni kwamba yale yote mafunzo alimpatia Mheshimiwa Raila Amolo Odinga imenipatia nguvu ya kwamba as I speak to you, I know I can face the world. Baba believed in me even when I doubted myself. Mwaka 2007 mwezi wa 5 mimi niliingia siasa wakati wa by-election kule Magarini. Baba aniliweka kwa bega lake na kunizungusha Magarini mzima. Before my people believed in me, he believed in me. Kwa bahati mbaya hatukufaulu. Disemba ilipofika mwaka huo nikamwambia baba sitamani tena mambo ya siasa. But baba told me don't give up. Go back to Magarini. Na akaja akasimama na mimi. Na nikashinda. La maajabu, the only dream I had as a young man then was to be the MP of Magarini to represent my people. But Raila had big dreams for me. He had bigger plans for me. Wakati machafuko yalipomalizika, walipokuja pamoja na Mwai Kibaki rais wetu kuunda serikali, wakati walipokuwa wanataja baraza la mawaziri, mimi sikushughulika because I knew I can never be a cabinet minister. Lakini la ajabu, wakati niko kwangu nyumbani naangalia runinga, wakati mawaziri wanatajwa, my name popped up. To my shock. Why? Because Raila believed in me and I doubted myself. Na hilo halikutosha. Kama mjuavyo, serikali ya nusu mkate ilikuwa na mawaziri 40, 20 wa Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga na 20 Mwai Kibaki. 40 ministers. The youngest was me. Lakini wakati waziri Henry Kosgei alipatikana na shida katika wizara yake, ikalazimika aondoke kwa muda. Hiyo wizara yake ilibidi ipatiwe mtu. Mheshimiwa Raila Odinga, mbali na kuona vigogo vya kisiasa ambao walikuwa mawaziri, he decided to give me 2 ministries to run. That's a man who believed in me when I doubted myself. Today, I've lost my dad. Baba, nenda salama. Asanteni.
Asante Mheshimiwa Speaker. Speaker Wetangula.
Rais wetu Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Rais mstaafu wa Kenya, Rais mstaafu wa Nigeria, Mama Aida na familia ya ndugu yetu baba, waheshimiwa wote mlioko hapa, waheshimiwa wananchi na kanisa letu. Yangu itakuwa mafupi sana. Nimekuja kuomboleza huyu shujaa, ndugu yangu, baba wa taifa la Kenya. Mheshimiwa Raila is one of the greatest sons of our soil. He goes to his maker as a public guarantor and a public trustee kwa uongozi wa nchi yetu. Amekuwa katika kila nafasi ya kuleta uwiano katika nchi yetu, na mwandishi wa vitabu vingi vya Kiswahili kutoka Tanzania anaitwa Shaban bin Robert, katika kitabu kinaitwa Kusadikika, alisema mara mingi inji uficha mashujaa wake mpaka janga kuu litokee. Mnamo mwaka wa 2007 janga kuu litokea Kenya. Kenya ikawa karibu kupasuka mara pili mara tatu. Hardliners wakasema we want secession. Ndiyo inji ikafichua ushujaa wa baba. Akaketi na mpinzani wake mkuu Mheshimiwa Mwai Kibaki, na wakaleta amani ambayo imedumu nchi yetu. He fought a strong fight, but he remained loyal to this country. Kama spika wa bunge la kitaifa, naleta rambirambi za wabunge wote ambao waliketi kwa masaa wakitoa wasifu wa ndugu yetu baba. Pia nimetoa stakabadhi zake za bunge. I've extracted from the Hansard Honorable Raila's contributions in parliament to this country. Nimeziweka pamoja na nakala za zile wabunge walisema, kutokea viongozi wetu Juneti na Ichungwa na wabunge wote. Nimeletea Mama Aida na familia ili katika library yao wajue huyu shujaa mwenye walituletea nchi yetu alisema maneno ya kujenga nchi yetu. Nikimalizia ni kuwarai wa Kenya na rais wetu William Ruto, vile muliketi na mheshimiwa baba mukasema Kenya ni kubwa kuliko mtu binafsi, hapo ndio shikilia, na sisi tutashikilia hapo. Tushike nchi yetu, tuende mbele, tusilete siasa ya furugu ya kikabila ya kugawanya wananchi. That is not what Baba wanted. Baba, even at the lowest in his political career, he preached peace. After 2017, nikimalizia, baada ya kura na wametangaza mshindi, hakuwa yeye. Akanichukua mimi na mheshimiwa Kalonzo, tukaenda South Africa kwa mbuga ya wanyama inaitwa Madwekwe. Tulikaa huko kwa wiki mzima, na alituambia, my brothers, whatever the cost, whatever the price, it is not worth anything spilling blood because of politics in our country. Let's live by that mantra. Baba, rest in peace. Mama Aida na familia, sasa muamini kuna yule analinda wajane na mayatima, ni Mwenyezi Mungu peke yake. Asante sana.
Thank you.
May you rest in peace, my dear brother. Baba, Kenya will be the poorer without you.
Thank you very much.
Allow me now to present the Hansard extraction to Mama Aida for family records. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. Asante, Mheshimiwa Speaker. I now want to invite former Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka to come and greet the congregation.
Mama Aida na jamii yote ya ndugu yetu Raila Amolo Odinga, Your Excellency President William Ruto, former President, the fourth President of the Republic, Brother Uhuru Kenyatta, Mzee Olusegun Obasanjo, whom I know to have really been close to our friend, waombolezaji wenzangu, Jaturo Onte, mimi nimekuja kusema kwaheri kwa ndugu yangu, my brother Owadwa Raila Odinga, my osiepna. Sijui kama hiyo ni lugha sahihi. My brother, all the names were given about our brother. When we listen to our daughter Winnie, all the names that our brother has been given over time. But to me, he was a brother. The pain of it all, the struggle for justice and truth, and the fight against corruption. Huyu ndugu alale. But you know, my brother, allow me to talk to Raila, my friends, for just 1 minute, and I'll hand over Professor Kindiki. Thank you for the opportunity. I want to talk to Raila, because I never get this time again. You know, we called you Joshua. We never got to Canaan. There were indeed crocodiles across the river Jordan, as we used to say. Lakini, I've seen in the printed program, you even paraphrase the late Martin Luther King. You've been to the mountain top. You've seen the promised land. And you may never get there with us. But we have to get there. on your behalf. I give you my pledge, those values you stood for, the tears, the pain of a stolen election, as my brother Jim Orengo has said, elaborated. That pain will not be in vain. The nation is gathered together. And I must stop there. I've done the rest of my speech on X because I had to rush quickly back from Heathrow in order to come and be with Mama Aida and Watoto. But allow me to recognize, if perchance they don't get that opportunity, my sister, my twin sister, Mother Karua, was Raila's running mate in 2022. She's around here. If we had time, I'm sure Mother would have wanted to eulogize her. I have my other friends here. In fact, Eugene Wamalo had a poem, but I saw he brought many cows yesterday. And we also have a friend, our other brother, Fred Matiang'i here. I saw the Chief Justice Emeritus, our brother, who made that historic ruling in 2017. Kwa hivyo, Mungu alaze roho ya ndugu yetu vyema. You deserve a rest. May God be with you. Amen.
Thank you very much, Vice President Kalonzo. Let me now invite Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Honorable William Samoei Ruto, Mama Aida Odinga and her family, and with that, Your Excellency, let me ride on all the protocols that have been observed in the interest of time. First, to Mama Aida and the family, let me extend my deepest condolences and those of my wife and family to you and your children. Your friend, sister, Tessie, did ask me to step forward and tell you that she really conveys her condolences. Secondly, Your Excellency and Mama Aida, let me say thank you for giving me a unique opportunity, first with the consent of the family, and also as a directive from the President, to do one last honor, and that was the honor to lead a delegation on the afternoon of 15th of October, just a few hours after his passing, to India, so that we can join those who are there and come back with the remains of Raila Amolo Odinga. It is an honor, a very moving moment. We left Kenya as KQ 202 with our colleagues. We landed in India and we joined Winnie, Ruth, Dr. Lunya, Morris, Ugeto, and the Kenyan High Commissioner to India at the military stand where the President, the Prime Minister of Raila, of India, had actually said that the government of India grants all the respect, military respect possible within the shortest time possible to Raila. I want to take this opportunity to confirm to the people that the government of India gave a military aircraft from Kochi to bring Raila to Mumbai, where we got him. And he was escorted by the military of India. Your Excellency,
Let me also take this opportunity because we did a turnaround of only 2 hours. And when we went there, we found Winnie, a very strong young lady. Mama Ida, you have somebody strong in your daughter. We found Ruth. We found Dr. Olunya, and we found Maurice. We draped Raila in the Kenyan flag. It was a very emotional moment. We are back here. We landed, brought by the national carrier, Kenya Airways, and I thank Kenya Airways for heeding your instructions and turning around very fast, Mr. President. The national carrier brought back Raila home. The plane landed at 9:30 on 16th of October, switching from KQ 203 to RAO 001. That was the title of the flight. A great honor indeed. Mr. President, today Raila is here. He would have loved a crowd like this. This was his moment of excitement, his fodder. But today, Raila speaks to us in silence, total silence. This silence is loud. It speaks to the nation. It speaks with emotion. Raila, if you wanted to know where your political fortunes were, wait until you listen to him narrating soccer on a political podium. Then you would know whether your goose is cooked or you have a chance. You would want to listen to Raila in Kiswahili proverbs, and he would explain very complex things with simple words. Ata mukia ni nyama. Raila would come up and he would say, ikiwa mtu amekuwa hivyo, tuwe kama siafu, tutatoa nyoka pangoni. This was Raila explaining himself. He stood for a lot of things. His spirit is unbogable. Raila suffered. He had a checkered career. But one thing, Raila never allowed the history to hold him prisoner. He never took his challenges as a life sentence. He stood up, walked, and moved further. We are here because Raila lived in this country. Mama Ida, you have spoken. Your speech was so deep and powerful. I can only request Kenyans, please listen to what Mama said. There's nobody who would be able to understand Mama better than Raila. She has told you what needed to be said. Nind Kigwok, Jacom, rest in peace, Jacom. Nind Gikwe, Nind Gikwe, Nind Gikwe, Jacom, Ward Mary, Nind Gikwe. I have utilized. And in better times, Mr. Deputy President, I worked with Raila, and I remember when he brought fire into my belly, and I would go there saying, Nasa Hawa. We would say, Nasa Uhuru, Nasa Ruto. But today, while Raila lies there, ametunasa sisi wote. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Asante sana, Prime Cabinet Secretary. I don't know whether this mic is loud enough. Thank you very much, Honorable Musalia Mudavadi. I am extremely sorry for the many people who wanted to speak, but they couldn't speak because of time. Allow me to report that we have received the condolences of President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni formally, and those condolences are with the President. And also, he has sent a delegation which is present here, consisting of the Right Honorable Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda, former Prime Minister of Uganda, and the Honorable John Mulimba, State Minister for Foreign Affairs. I also want to confirm what Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka said here, former Vice President, that we have other guests, but I assume we just recognize them for now. Kalonzo spoke on their behalf. Even me, I'm not going to make a speech. I've just been emceeing, and I want to end this row so that we can move and do the other ceremony, which is getting late. I therefore want to request now that very briefly we go presidential. We start with the condolences of His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, former President of Kenya, and the 4th President of Kenya.
Asanteni sana. Thank you. Asante sana. Mama wetu, Mama Aida Odinga na familia, Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya, Mheshimiwa William Samoei Ruto, na viongozi wote ambao wamefika hapa na waombolezaji wote, hamjambo nyote. Hamjambo tena. Asanteni sana. Yangu haitakuwa mengi kwa sababu ya masaa. Na vile mlijua nilipewa, I got my opportunity in Nyayo Stadium. Yale yamebaki siku ya leo ni tena kumwambia dada wetu mkubwa Aida na watoto wake na familia yote ya marehemu Raila Amolo Odinga, tuko hapa tena kuambieni pole. Tuko hapa kusimama pamoja nanyi dakika hii nzito kweli kweli. Ya pili, kwa wenzetu wa Bondo na Siaya kwa jumla, kusema asante. Mtoto wenu ambaye sasa amerudi nyumbani, back to the ancestors, mulitupea atumikie sio tu Bondo na Siaya, lakini Kenya na Afrika, na ametutendea na tunawashukuru. Asanteni sana. Ya tatu, rambi zangu na pole pia kwa wana ODM wote ambao wako hapa. Asanteni kwa kutupa kiongozi ambaye amesaidia kuunganisha hii nchi. Asanteni sana. La mwisho ni kuombea ndugu yetu atembee safari ya amani. Mungu amuongoze kwa safari hii yake ya mwisho. We shall miss you, Jacob. We shall miss you. We shall miss you as a friend, a brother, and a leader of this nation. We shall miss your insights. We shall miss your thoughtfulness. We shall miss your wisdom. and we shall miss your laughter. Your deeds will live long, as I said, and we will remember, and I pray we remember those deeds and the actions that we shall live, emulating our friend and brother. So fare thee well, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. Fare thee well, my ndugu. Fare thee well, my friend. Mungu awabariki na walinde. Asante.
Asante Mheshimiwa Rais Uhuru Kenyatta. Before I call the next speaker, let me also acknowledge the condolences of Senator Moi, Gideon Moi. He has not been able to come here. He was at the airport with us when we were receiving the remains of our leader. Today, he has some inconvenience. He could not make it. Senator Gideon Moi sends his condolences. Allow me now, for fellow mourners, to invite the second last speaker of the day, a very close friend of our late leader, who is lying here. They have walked a long journey, and it is my pleasure to call one of the most decorated sons of Africa, the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Olusegun Obasanjo. Mr. President, you're welcome.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, my dear brother, Dr. Ruto, my dear sister, Your Excellency, Ida Odinga, my dear brother, Your Excellency, former President of the Republic of Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta. Let me stand on the protocol that have been well established since this morning. Here, in this place, I was with Raila on his invitation 31 years ago when Jaramogi Odinga was buried in this place. I was the special guest of honor on that occasion. And the person who made it happen was Raila Odinga. Since that time, we have deepened our friendship, our brotherhood, our working together
for our two countries, for Africa, and indeed for the world. Over the years, I have come to know Raila very well. One thing that you could not take away from Raila is his love, passionate love for his country and for Africa. And that is what made our relationship to continue to grow from strength to strength. At this juncture, Mr. President, I want to thank you most sincerely for all that you have done to make this day a great day that it has been for our brother Raila Odinga, for the Odinga family, for the government of Kenya, for the people of Kenya, and indeed for Africa. Mr. President, the meeting we had in Mombasa, which brought you and Raila together, and which led to you making room for ODM and other parties in your government, is what makes this day a pleasant day that it has been for all the people of Kenya. And indeed, it is for me a lesson for all of us in Africa, a lesson of understanding, a lesson of tolerance, a lesson of love, a lesson of accommodation, a lesson that our nation, our continent, is bigger than any individual or group of individuals in our country. That is a good lesson that we must learn. One thing that I always like about Raila is his sense of humor. Anytime we met, no matter how serious the situation may be, you can be sure that Raila will turn the tension to something to laugh about. And for me, I've lost a brother, I've lost a friend, I've lost a confidant, I've lost a co-worker in the vineyard of Africa. Sleep in the bosom of your Creator. Adieu, Raila Odinga.
Now, the late Prime Minister Raila Odinga had other friends, and there are two other families that are represented here today. The late Raila Odinga was a friend of the late former Prime Minister of Zimbabwe, Morgan Tsvangirai, who is represented here by his wife. The family is represented here by his wife. The late Right Honorable Raila Odinga was also a close friend of the former departed President of the United Republic of Tanzania, the late John Pombe Magufuli. The family of His Excellency Magufuli is represented here today by the daughter of the former president, Jessica Magufuli. Having done that, it is now my honor to invite the final speaker of the day, His Excellency, President William Samoei Ruto, President-elect.